The first thing a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex is pay her. Now, my kings, a woman who loves you would never demand for money or any benefits at all for sex because she loves you, she's your woman, and she's not going to be willing to do that at all. Instead, she will do whatever she can to also meet up with you without demanding for anything. In fact, she's coming to do it because she's in love with you. She wants to make love with the love of her life. So there is no way she will be thinking about you paying her after or paying her before. So if a woman is always demanding for transportation, always demanding for you to pay her before or after sex, you already know that that woman doesn't love you, because if she does, she would never do that. In fact, you shouldn't be with a woman who would demand for something as little as transportation just to come see you. Let's say you have a woman and she's coming, like she knows she's coming to go down with you, and then she asks you to send her transportation before she can come. That already shows you the type of woman you're dealing with, and for that reason you shouldn't be with her. Because if she cannot provide something as little as transportation for herself, how is she going to build an empire with you? She's supposed to bring something to the table so the both of you can work together as a king and a queen and build your empire together. But if that is not happening, then there is no point in that relationship. So as I was saying, a woman who loves you would never demand for you to pay her or give her any benefits at all for sex because she's in love with you. She wants it as much as you want it. She wants to go down with you as much as you want to go down with her. So she's not thinking about that at all. In fact, she will come with things. She will either bring groceries, buy stuff for you to stock up your house, or buy stuff to come cook for you because she loves you. So she cares about your well-being. She cares about the fact that you're doing okay. She will pay her own transportation. And if for any reason you even offer her money, some women might actually get pissed. They might feel insulted that you feel the need to give them money after they go down with you. And even some women might feel insulted if you offer to pay them or give them any benefits after sex because they know they are your women. They will feel insulted. They will feel like you're seeing them like some hookup girl or some sex worker, and that will make them pick offense. So my kings, if your woman is always demanding for money before she comes to see you to go down with you or ask you to pay her in some sort of way, then you know she is not the one for you. Because if you do that, that is how you're going to continue to live for the rest of your life. The moment you start accepting to pay her or give her benefits every time you go down with her, then that is how it is always going to be. And I don't think that woman, such a woman, is an ideal woman for you as a king. Now, another thing a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex is starve you. Now, my kings, a woman who loves you would never starve you of going down with her. If for any reason a woman who loves you doesn't let you go down with her, it would either be she is sick or maybe there is something very serious going on that would not let her go down with you. For a woman who loves you, she sees it as her duty and her obligation to satisfy you. Your satisfaction comes as a priority for her. So anytime you demand for it, anytime you want it, she will be willing to do it. Even if she's not in the mood, she will be willing to make sure that you are satisfied. Unlike a woman who doesn't love you, who would make sure to starve you. Because she doesn't love you, she doesn't really feel anything for you. It doesn't bother her if you need satisfaction. She doesn't even care about your satisfaction. So you will see her always denying you of sex, starving you of sex, and even starving you of other things. Maybe she wouldn't cook for you. She will starve you of attention. You will just notice that it looks like you are dating yourself or you are married to yourself. That is exactly how a woman who doesn't love you will behave. But for a woman who loves you, your satisfaction is her priority, like I mentioned. And because of this, she would never starve you. Like I mentioned, if there is something that will make her not give to you, it would definitely be something that is very deep, like she can't control it. There's nothing she can do about it. But if there is something she can do about it, she will always find a way to satisfy you. And again, like I mentioned with the one who doesn't love you, she will be willing to satisfy you all round. She will give you all the attention. She will cook for you. She will do everything she can to make sure that you are satisfied and treated as a king that you are. And that is exactly why you should pay attention to this and make sure that you are not being starved. If you are being starved, you know that that woman definitely doesn't love you. Another thing a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex is manipulate you with it. Now, my kings, there is no way a woman who loves you would ever think of manipulating you in any way at all, not to talk of manipulating you with going down with her. that will never come to her mind, because like I mentioned, she's in love with you. She's all about your well-being. Anything that makes you happy makes her happy. So manipulating you would not be on her list at all. It will never even come to her mind. Unlike a woman who doesn't love you, who would be very willing to manipulate you at any time, which goes down to also manipulating you with sex. And what do I mean by manipulation? These are situations where she would either demand for something before she's willing to go down with you, or make you starve for it until you do a particular thing for her. Let's say she's asked you to do something for her and you've refused to do it. Now she's going to just wait for you when you are in the mood, when you want to go down, and then she will use that to hold you. It's like, if you don't do what I've requested, or if you don't agree to what I've said, then I'm not going to give you. And because she's your woman, and probably maybe you don't want to cheat, you'll be willing to do whatever she's requesting for, so you just get satisfied. And that will be the order of things. It will continue to go that way. The moment she's able to manipulate you one time with sex, now she's going to know it's something she can do at any time, so she will continue doing it. And I don't think a woman who is willing to do that is good for you, because like I mentioned, it just goes to show she doesn't love you, because no woman who loves you would ever think about that. Not to talk of when she goes as far as using it to manipulate you or trap you into getting her pregnant, and then now using the pregnancy to manipulate you even more. That is just the height of it, my kings. So do not opt for a woman who is willing to manipulate you with going down with her. That shouldn't even be an option for you. You should always go for a woman who would never even think about manipulation in general, not to talk of manipulating you with going down with her. Another thing a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex is make you beg. Now, my kings, this is a no-brainer. There is no way a woman who loves you is ever going to make you beg her before you go down with her. Because like I mentioned, as much as you want it, she also wants it. She's in love with you, so she wants that emotional connection. She wants that bond. She wants to share that intimate moment with you. So there is no way she's ever going to make you beg. In fact, sometimes she'll be the one coming to you for it, because she wants to feel that closeness. She wants to have that connection with you. But a woman who doesn't love you would always make you beg for it. That is a great sign that a woman doesn't love you. Anytime that you notice that you have to beg a woman to go down with her, just know that that woman doesn't love you, and there is no need wasting your time with such a woman who would always make you beg. Because here is the truth: if you're always going to beg, that is how it's always going to be. So if you're going to spend your entire life with this person, that means for your entire life you would always have to beg her to go down with her. And I don't think that is how you should live as a king. You should rather go for someone who loves you, who will be willing to go down with you at any time, who will be willing to give it to you, because as much as you want it, she wants it, and she wants that bond, she wants that intimacy, so she would always be available and never make you beg for it. Because these women that would make you beg, they would do it in such a way that it will be very dehumanizing. Some of the ways they would do that is always making sure maybe they ask for money before they give it to you, or maybe sometimes they'll give you a condition. It's like, you have to do this for me before I will let you go down with me. If you don't do this, then I won't let you go down. Now, sometimes when you want to touch them, you're in the mood and you know she's your woman. You want to go down, you want to touch her, and she will hit you, she will make you stop, she will tell you and give you a stern warning that you should never touch her unless you do a particular thing for her. Some might demand for a house, for money, for anything at all, because the whole thing is to make sure that you're begging for it. And here is the thing: they do this so they can feed their ego, so they can feel like they have control over you, where they would like you to do things their own way. Some of them might give you the condition that, oh, okay, if you're not willing to do it this particular way, then I won't do it with you. Or if you're not willing to do it this particular day, then I'm not willing to do it. Or maybe, oh, we are only going to be doing it once a month, and the once a month will only be when I decide. That is not something a woman is supposed to give you conditions for. That is not what you should accept as a king. If for any reason the both of you want to decide to take it slow, it has to be a mutual decision. It is not that she would decide and then force it on you. So when you notice that a woman is always making you beg for sex, it is a great sign that she doesn't love you, because a woman who loves you would never put you through that. Now, the last thing a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex on my list today is force you to do things that you don't want to do. Now, my kings, a woman who loves you would always be willing to compromise for you generally. So as such, she would never force you to do anything that doesn't sit well with you when it comes to going down. Let's say there's a particular thing she wants you to do for her in the other room and you say you're not okay with it. She's never going to request for it again because she wants to make sure that you are okay, and as such, she will never force you to do anything that doesn't sit well with you. The moment you tell her it's not okay with you, she's going to pause it there. She's never going to bring it up again because, like I mentioned, she is willing to compromise. But unlike a woman who doesn't love you, who would force you to do anything that makes her feel good. Let's say, for example, she wants you to go down on her and you let her know that you don't like going down on women. She would make sure to force you to do it because all she cares about is her satisfaction. She's not going to think about how it makes you feel or whether you're comfortable with it at all. All she cares about is the fact that she is going to enjoy it. But a woman who loves you would never do that. She would always consider your feelings. She will always consider your values. She will always consider things that make you feel good, and as such would never force you to do anything as long as it doesn't sit well with you. So when you notice that a woman is always trying to force you to do things that don't sit well with you in the other room, just know that that woman doesn't love you, because like I mentioned, a woman who loves you would never do that. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 things a woman who loves you would never make you do for sex. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.